Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the new Double Iron Bash Melmetal in the Fantasy Cup for the Ultra League. Let's see what we have going on. We're going to be pairing it up with Slurpluff and Tapu Fini. Now, my bad on my last video. I said that you needed to prepare your Slowpokes, your Galarian Slowpokes for Galarian Slowbro by catching 30 Poison types, which in fact, during Community Day, it is going to change to catch Psychic type Pokemon, so you don't have to worry about that. My bad, I wasn't feeling too great this morning. Still don't really feel too good, so just bear with me here, folks. If you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up. And with that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for this new season. So in the Fantasy Cup, we're still encountering opponents that are playing fairly well. Again, as the seasons progress, month after month, year after year, people are just going to be getting better, especially if you start the new season right away, like within a couple of days. All the good players, the people who are really into it, are going to be there. Of course, you'll encounter people that, you know, are just casually playing and stuff, but that's just the way it goes. Now, I know I said something about I didn't really see an increase in skill as I did rise up, and, you know, of course the skill increased as you do rise up in rank. Of course it does, but it wasn't to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, these guys are so great, I just can't, I'm losing my mind over here. It really mattered upon the lead and swap. But anyways, with that said, we'll go ahead and take a look at our Melmetal. Just wanted to break that down. Almost finishing off that Ferrothor. That sucker survived with 1 HP. He said, I will not go down. Alright, next battle, we're going to be met with a Giratina. I'm telling you, Slurpluff is where it's at right now for the Fantasy Cup. I mean, this thing can take on almost anything. Caesar, I felt like, is one of the biggest threats that I have encountered so far because it does have that Bullet Punch, super effective. And this is a pure Fairy type, so I do need to swap out of that. And it depends on what they swap into at that point on how we would pull that battle off. But we're going to be seeing our Tapu Fini going into battle and farming down the Excadrill after they hit me with the Rock Slide. If you're wondering why would they go Rock Slide, why not Drill Run? Because they're probably running Iron Head for the Fairy types. So, yeah. Anyways, we're going to be up against Giratina. They're throwing a Shadow Sneak, not enough to take us out. Can we make it to Moonblast? Oh my goodness, this is crazy. So we'll let this go as well. Dragon Claw? Oh boy, let's go. Oh, they swapped the Pharmasan. Okay, sounds good, no problem. We'll go ahead and bring in our Melmetal and start double iron bashing the heck out of you. So this thing is spammy. With Thundershock, my gosh, and it does a decent amount of damage. Yeah, I love it. It's a great move. Alright, I was having a blast with it. So paired with Superpower, I mean, you can still go Rock Slide Superpower and you're fine. I mean, it's a great combination still, right? So they're bringing back their Giratina. We're going to just keep on double iron bashing this. I wanted to see how much this was going to do, and it didn't do that much. So I go ahead and swap into the Surpluff here, and we're just going to go ahead and let that go. It's just a Dragon Claw at this point. We're going to take the win as they do back out, holding on to 2 shields still, and we did have a good lead. Next battle, what are we going to see? A Empoleon. Okay, now this is not particularly great, but we do have Flamethrower, so we're going to go for that. Since they're part steel, it is going to be doing a decent amount of damage here, so let's go ahead and see Slurpluff putting in that work, taking about half of their health, swapping into our Tapu Fini, as we're going to be able to just absorb the Drill Peck. I mean, it's not going to do that much damage. If they go Hydro Cannon, maybe they had a steel move or something like that. I can see the Flash Cannon bringing in a Togekiss here, so this is good. We're going to do some decent damage. Going for Surf to get the shield. Can we get to that Moonblast? And we do. This is going to be enough to take out that Togekiss if they let it go. Are we going to win the swap? And we do. That is great. Getting a little bit of a farm there with that Empoleon, but that's okay. Bringing in our Melmetal here. Since they are down a shield, I'm just going to go ahead and throw immediately. This is not very effective. Don't even think it's going to be enough to take them out. But they shielded up anyways, using their last shield here, and they do have a decent amount of energy. We have to remember that. Probably another Hydro Cannon. Yep, there it is. And we're going to go ahead and double shield and then Thunder Shock them down. We should be able to take on whatever's in the back with our Slurpluff and this, and they've got a Giratina Origin, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Slurpluff immediately here. Shadow Ball would almost be enough to take us out there, but they're not going for it. Going Ominous Wind, hitting that Play Rough. Oh, not enough to take them out. Can we get to that Flamethrower? But it doesn't really matter. We're just going to double iron bash them as quick as possible with the Melmetal, and then we'll be able to reach a Superpower and take them out with Empoleon, and that's a wrap. We don't need to go for 2. And taking the win here. So again, I was enjoying it. It's really no complaints. It's just a matter of let's have some fun with it and see what we can do. Because it's not, oh, it's kind of okay. Double iron bash is okay. I know, it's great. Next battle, met with a Giratina. Good. Swapping into Escavalier, and we're going to go for Flamethrower. Yeah, you better believe it, and then swap into our Tapu Fini here. And we're getting a shield because everybody knows it has Flamethrower, and it's essentially going to one-shot it. It'll probably survive with a little HP, as we've seen the Ferrothorn survive with about that much health. And Tapu Fini shielding up that first one, and we're going to let the next one go. So we can kind of maybe win the swap here. That'd be great for us if we could. Going for our first Surf. Can we get to another one? Oh, that's enough to take them out. Fantastic. Never mind. Let's get it. Speaking of Surf, the Slowpoke Surf move for all of their evolutions is going to be a big upgrade. Looking forward to that. I didn't go... I just made the video because I knew I had to breathe life into the channel and bring you guys the update and stuff, even though you probably already knew about it. You just know how the grind goes. Alright, so we're going to be bringing in that Surpluff, and they've got an Empoleon back there, and they are shieldless at this point. We're going to let that first Hydro Cannon go because we want to hold on to our shield. We don't really need to shield it up quite yet. Building up to 2 superpowers here. Perfect. It's not going to take them out here. It's going to be pretty close, and we just go for another one. Debuffing ourselves by 2 stages. Got the Slurpluff in the back to handle the Giratina, and we're looking good. They are going to get a decent amount of farm here, unfortunately. But we're going to go for double Iron Bash. We lowered our attack by 2 stages, so it doesn't do much. Thank goodness we had energy on this thing, but we still have a shield left. We're letting it go as a Dragon Claw, and, well, that's pretty much a wrap here. Slurpluff is going to take the win, and this was a great investment. I mean, wow. It was expensive, and I still didn't even power it up all the way. I don't have enough candies. I could invest a couple in my inventory, but I'll just wait. It's doing perfectly fine as it is, right? So we have a great lead up against Dragonite. They're going to be swapping into Togekiss. We're going to go ahead and bring in that Melmetal to have a little double Iron Bash fun here. We do need to look out for Flamethrower, but we're going to be able to continuously spam these things and take them out. Unless they want to use a shield, we're going to be able to take them out here, and this is just a fantastic position to be in. Down goes the Togekiss. Melmetal spam the ring in their own Melmetal. You want to know something funny, folks? I didn't encounter a single Melmetal until I put it on my team because this algorithm is pretty funny. Alright, so we know they're going to probably have superpower here, and that's exactly what they go for, taking us out, bringing in Tapu Fini, debuff themselves, and at this point we can go ahead and farm them down. A Rock Slide is not going to really threaten us here, especially after they debuff themselves, immediately swapping into their Dragonite as we suspected, so we bring in our Surpluff, going straight for the Play Rough, and they're shielding it up. Alright, so at this point I'm thinking, what are you trying to pull? You got a Hurricane or something? And I let it go, superpower, okay, still doing a decent amount of damage, jeez. Alright, so superpower, man. I'll tell you what, that thing is just so damn strong. Bring it in the Surpluff, or bring it in the Melmetal. Gonna let this go. Superpowered me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just Fairy Wind down that Steel type and take that win with our Surpluff. And next battle, what are we gonna see, folks? Leading with that Surpluff the entire time, with a Tapu Fini. This is okay. It's no problem. Technically, we lose this matchup here if we don't shield. Gonna go straight for the Play Rough. Always doing some good damage here. And they're letting it go. Great. Now, if we lose this, that's perfectly fine. But what we're going to... This looks like we're swapping into our Tapu Fini to try to catch a Surf here. But that was a little bit off. So, unfortunately, they're going to be able to go for a Moonblast and then bring in their Melmetal. So, we got 2 of the same Pokemon so far. Very interesting. And, yeah, I don't think we're going to want to shield this up. I mean, we could. I think we could. Okay, letting that Rock Slide go. We got our own Melmetal. Got a Surpluff. I mean, yeah, it was probably looking like we should have shielded that up. But I guess not. So we're going to suspect a superpower out of them here, right? There it is, doing a lot of damage, and this is probably another one. So I think we want to shield it up. Yep. Okay, we can farm a little bit extra here since they use up their energy. Go for double Iron Bash because they debuff themselves. Hopefully this is enough to take them out, and it is beautiful. Bringing in their Tapu Fini is not going to be necessarily weak to Steel, but it's going to do a decent amount. Almost have 2 ready to go. They let it go, still holding on to 2 shields, going for another one. Show me a dragon in the back. I mean, they already know we got a Surpluff. Oh, it's this one. Okay, yep, there you go. There's that Caesar I was telling you about. And there's nothing we can do to block the quick move damage. So unfortunately, even if we had... Well, maybe if we had 5 shields, we could maybe pull it off with the Melmetal, but even that's going to get farmed down because you only have so much health on a Pokemon and so much resistance here. Going for the Flamethrower, which would one-shot, getting that shield out of them. I mean, yeah, actually, no, if we had a couple of shields, yeah, we'd be able to farm them down, but we don't, so it's going to be a wrap here, and we're taking a loss. Good game. Moving it on to the next opponent. Going to be met with a Registeel. This is not particularly great here, but that's okay. We can still handle it with Water Gun. Getting off 2 Flamethrowers is what we're going to be able to do here before they do take us out. And of course, hit us with that Zap Cannon, which is going to lower our attack and do less for the Flamethrower next time around. There goes that first Zap Cannon. We just, I mean, technically everything on the team can go up against it. Melmetal with Superpower. But now we've got them so low that we can pretty much farm them down with Tapu Fini, come out with a decent amount of energy, and we're looking good here. Gonna let this go, hitting me with another Zap Cannon, using up a lot of energy there. Great. Can we Water Gun? I think they swap out here right at the end and bring in their own Tapu Fini. Gonna go for our Moonblast here. Let's see if we can land this damage. And they're gonna shield it up. Of course they would. So we're gonna go ahead and swap into our Melmetal and just start going to town with these double iron bashes here. At this point, I could have stayed there with our Tapu Fini, but let's go ahead and see what we can do in this situation. Surfs are gonna do a lot. I don't want to get hit by them, and I think I may want to even double shield the Melmetal at this point here. Going for another double iron bash while the quick attack is Thunder Shock is doing super effective. Not like we can really rely on that. Letting that next surf go, and they've got an Excadrill in the back. Oh boy, let's go. Oh right. Gonna go for the superpower immediately because we would shield up no matter what. But in this case, we're gonna be swapping into our Tapu Fini. And we're going to probably want to shield this up here. We could have let it go, but let's just play it safe, seeing that they've got 0 shields left. They're going to do another charge move here. We're going to be able to easily take this, still holding on to a decent amount of health. Farming up a little bit extra so we can get to a charge move up against their last Pokemon here. Taking out that Excadrill. And still got 2 Pokemon. We're looking not too healthy here. In comes Tapu Fini. They swap into that Registeel. We farm them down. We get to the surf with the energy that we needed to when they did bring in that Melmetal or that Registeel. And we take the win. Next battle, we're going to be met with a Melmetal. Oh boy, well there you go. Now that's not a good situation to be in. Yeah, we're going to take a super effective damage from that double iron bash. Before we do retreat, we're going to go ahead and get off a flamethrower here. They're letting it go because, I mean, they don't really need to worry about that quick move damage. So we swap into the Tapu Fini to try to recover the situation here. That Melmetal is loaded up on energy, but it really got no more health left. And they've got Rock Slide, so they didn't even have the dang double iron bash. All right, this is... That's what you have to do sometimes. You don't know if they have it or not, right? Okay, so going for the surf here. Taking out the Melmetal, bringing in a Sylveon. Oh, baby. Let's go. We've got that Melmetal so ready for this situation here. They immediately swap into an Excadrill and freaking catch a double iron bash. That was a good catch. And we got Surpluff in the back. This is not looking great particularly. So I swap with energy on the Melmetal, bringing in the Surpluff, which is going to be able to absorb this Rock Slide that they're throwing at us here. Great, no problem. Going for the Flamethrower, we needed to get to this. We just need to get a shield out of them. Now, we're going to superpower that thing, obviously, and we're going to need to get to 2. But we're going to debuff ourselves, and then we have the Sylveon we need to handle. So I immediately go for the superpower because we're not going to let anything go anyways. They let it go. Okay, we still have 2 shields, and they're going to hold on to it for their Sylveon here. We're just going to simply just keep double iron bashing them. And this is going to wrap up the video, folks. A nice close out here up against a fairy type, spamming this double iron bash, and we have an attack debuff, so we're still going to be able to take this win here as we do resist that charm, and they cannot get to another charge move here. So there you have it. It's a great Pokemon for sure. Is it? I mean, these guys, man, this Niantic, they're really making people purchase the ticket to get this move. Damn, that's some greedy stuff right there. Okay, anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
So compromise where you can. But where you can't, don't. Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right. Even if the whole world is telling you to move, it is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye, and say no. You move.